Hi everybody. Today we're going to be doing a journal slash hamster tips. See, this week all that really happened that was new with the hamsters was that I bred Sarah and Zach together. It'll take me at least a few more days to figure out if that actually took. Even though she is showing signs since she's still young, it could be just a fake pregnancy, like I have mentioned in other videos. Other than that, for the hamster journal, this week Sheila ended up scraping her face and cutting it, which we are honestly not sure how it happened. So I'm going to give a few tips on how to prevent that. I just simply put duct tape on the places that she really couldn't reach. And I made sure that it was completely flat so that they couldn't dig their teeth into it. As well as like right here where the edges of the bottle holder are pushed into the container. I just simply put a piece of tape on that. And then, since unfortunately I didn't put the wheel in the middle of the container, the hamsters can get on the side of it. And so I had to duct tape all the holes that were closest that she could reach on her wheel, just in case she ended up cutting her face in the little holes. Even though I have them pretty smooth, some of them do have rougher spots that I can't get out. So I just simply put duct tape on them. Otherwise, you can always do some kind of silicone to try and seal it up. Other than that, nothing too new with Sheila. She's kind of starting to get a little fat again, so I'm thinking that she's pregnant, and she would be pregnant with Sean's, and that's the only two breeding males that I'm using right now. And so tips on this would be, like I said, duct tape or silicone, any places like this that your hamsters can get to. If you ended up making a hole on one of the sides so that the hamsters could crawl up it. Like I said, best thing to do is put it in the middle. I found that out the hard way. Other things are, if you enjoy yogurt especially, or you know someone who really enjoys yogurt, like my daughter for instance, we just simply have her eat a whole bunch of these. She can go through, I'd say 2 or 3 in a week. And what you can do with these, well, it's unimaginable how many things you can actually do with these. As you can see with Ginger here, we made it into a little house. Once again, I haven't siliconed all this yet because I just did this over the past day or so. And so since she doesn't have really sharp teeth, it just pretty much sticks on there. It makes it so that she can't cut herself on it. And they just kind of make a nice little bed. Originally when I put it in there, there was no bedding. I figured I'd let her do that, and that's what she did. Otherwise, there are some times with like Sheila or even Eloy, Sean, and Zach where I just put a single one in there just because they have so many toys in there. You can't really see it very well with the camera, but since there's so many toys and stuff in there, I just put a singular one, and sometimes they use it as their toilet. Many times they just use it as a little house, just to get away from everything. You can make them into tunnels, or what I did with Sarah, since, which of course right now I can't get to. So, we won't be recording her this week. But what I did with hers is, since she's an overly destructive hamster, what I did is I siliconed one of these in her cage, and I just put a little hole at the bottom and stuck her water bottle in there so that she can't chew the water bottle and break it, since it is plastic. And honestly, that's the cheapest one you can get. And then you just put the top cover of it on there once it's siliconed onto the tank, or whichever container you have her in, or him. And you just put the water bottle in, and then whenever it needs to be changed, you just take the cover right off, and there you go. You have a way for your water bottle to stay safe, and you can still get the cheapest one and not have a problem. I wish I had known about that earlier, because I wouldn't have gone through 3 water bottles. But that's beside the point. The point is, that's how I've kept it safe. And then to top that off, she actually uses it as a perch. So not only is it a little shelf for her to sit on right near the top of the tank, but it also keeps the water bottle safe. So if you know somebody who likes 2-pound yogurts in various flavors, doesn't really matter unless you want a different design, but the possibility of these are amazing and quite cheap compared to tunnels and houses and everything else that they can just destroy. Because let's face it, $2 versus $2 to about $5 depending on how big you get it. If you get a tiny itty bitty little rock kind of thing, those go for about $2-3, but your hamster will most likely destroy them because they like to chisel it off. And these are just a very nice substitute because you can just throw them and not feel any guilt because it's pretty much just recycling them. So I hope you enjoyed this video.